Okay, so we'll continue on about dedication. Last time I was saying that we dedicate the merit so that it doesn't get destroyed by anger or wrong views. So when we study about karma, we learn that karma, will definitely produce its result. It doesn't just kind of get lost somewhere. But it can be hampered from producing its result. So in the case of bad karma, if we do purification, then we impede the negative karma from ripening. In the case of our virtuous karma, if we get angry or if we generate wrong views, then that impedes that karma from ripening. And you can kind of feel it, like when you get really, really angry, then afterwards, does your mind just feel like blah? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And it does feel like you've lost everything good inside in a way. Or if our mind gets really overpowered by wrong views, thinking that, oh, there's no such thing as karma and its effects, or sentient beings are inherently selfish, so impossible to become enlightened, and there's no rebirth whatsoever, I'm completely convinced of it. These kind of wrong views, then that will also impede the ripening of our good karma. Okay? So one of the reasons we dedicate is to prevent that. Okay? Now, I've also run into contradictory statements about this, because whenever, they teach about dedication, the masters always say, you dedicate the merit so it doesn't get destroyed. But then when you're studying Bodhicharyavatara Shantideva's text, chapter 6, when you get into the math of merit and what is destroyed at what time, there they say that, anger can destroy, your merit even if it has been dedicated. So I haven't resolved this issue yet. My personal tendency is I like to believe if you dedicate it, it won't get destroyed. But I can't say that my motivation for believing that is completely pure. There's definitely some self-interest in there. But it does make sense to me that if you do dedicate it, that even if you get angry, maybe not as much will get destroyed, or it'll somehow dedicating does protect it. And dedicating also does make it last. So if you dedicate for full enlightenment, it does make it last until that full enlightenment is attained. Okay, so in that way it won't, kind of get used up beforehand. So dedicating still has benefit. But I like to think that it feels like it should also create some kind of barrier against anger and wrong views, but maybe not a totally impermeable barrier, so that the merit can still be destroyed. So that's why it's important to dedicate, the merit, and important to do whatever we can not to get angry and not to generate really stubborn wrong views, because those, do create a problem in our practice. And then, like I was saying last time, the best way to dedicate is for the enlightenment of ourself and others, because that will include all of the good results that can come about while we're still in samsara, and to dedicate with the awareness that ourselves as the one who is dedicating, the action of dedicating, the object of dedication, that all these are empty of true existence and arise dependently. Okay? And then just to point out, there's many different kinds of dedication verses. Some of them are in the Pearl of Wisdom book. Very often at the end of a text, if you study a text, the author will have some dedication verses. Even in the prayers that we say before meals, there's a dedication verse. Okay, the second to the last verse You know, in all of these, I can never remember something when I have to quote it. Let's look up the last one. Yeah, may I never be separated from spiritual mentors in all of my lifetimes and always have the opportunity to make offerings to them. That is a dedication for offering our food. Okay? So, and then the verses that we do at the end of the meal is a dedication also. And that dedication is for all sentient beings, and in particular the people who offered the food, as well as all of those who honor us and those of us who ridicule us, those who ridicule us, everybody. Okay? Good.